So what are some of the biggest changes, recent developments, things that are happening right now that would be relevant to, borrowers? There's certainly a lot going on around credit score modeling and different components. Talk to us a little bit about kind of what's happening on that end, maybe how it affects your business and your views on kind of what's coming down, all the way through the pike, so to speak, as far as, ground level to borrowers.
Right, sure. Well, there's been a few things over the past year that have helped borrowers with regards to like medical debt. Those medical debts are not weighing as hard on your credit. Some of them, like I think anything under 500 is not even going to show up on your credit. So those are helpful to borrowers. I'm not sure that there's a whole lot more that is helpful to borrowers other than what a loan officer can do on those tools and helping guide them. And then, I will say though, the annualcreditreport.com, after COVID, the bureaus allow you to pull one credit report a year per bureau to manage and monitor your credit. I mean, we all know that things are not cheap anymore and it's not getting any easier. So I would highly suggest that you're pulling those and you're looking at your own credit reports, making sure there's no fraud, that things are, really real, because it's impacting you. And our score is everything to us. It helps us get a home, a car.
That's right.
A credit card, our daily lives. So annualcreditreport.com is huge. I would definitely, as a borrower, monitor that.
So
point.
Lately, we've seen the rise of a new credit scoring model, VantageScore. And it's been a big competitor that's in the wings to FICO. Can you tell us a little bit about the differences? What's the difference between a VantageScore and a FICO?
Sure. So FICO obviously is Fair Isaac Company.
Right.
Right. And they initially created all the scoring models for the bureaus. Right. And that's what we use today. And we haven't changed those models in years. They're pretty archaic, to be honest. So the bureaus came out with their own model and they're labeling it VantageScore. Vantage 4.0 is the latest one you're hearing about. And that one is approved by the agencies, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, but there's no guidelines to lenders today on how to implement it. There's a lot of work that still has to be done. Or
even accessibility to the automated underwriting systems of Loan Prospector and Desktop Underwriter.
Right. So, yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done. But what I will say to that is that, obviously every year we experience rate increases. Over the past 2 years, we experienced FICO raising rates. And I think that all kind of took us back a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for a long time with the bureaus. It was always, very minimal. We've seen it trickle up a lot. And I will say 2026 is not going to fare well for all of us as far as pricing. It's going to be tough. So it really is going to come down to, finding ways to set yourself apart as a lender, and then working with your credit reporting agency to find ways to bundle services, to help create just consultative approaches on the way you're doing your business. So you might be pulling soft pulls today because of trigger leads. This last year was awful. Your borrowers were complaining. You pulled my credit and I got 50 calls within an hour. Well, then there was that one law that they were trying to get passed, and then it didn't pass. And then another one came through and they passed it. So Trump signed off on that. And as of March, you're not going to feel the pain of trigger leads. So do you really need to pull the soft pulls? Well, the bureaus are keeping all of this in mind, and that's why rates are going up a little bit higher. They have to consider their losses as well, of where they're going to, have a loss.
Well, that's a great point. Any kind of increases probably is due to the fact that they can't sell those trigger leads on the back anymore, because that's what they were doing. TransUnion would take and sell all those people. Somebody pulled a credit report and you could get access to that and give them a call.
Right.
And so now they're not going to have that revenue stream. So they're probably looking for a way to recover that.
That and, the soft pulls were another way to, just kind of maybe do a lower cost piece to it. And we saw last year that the soft pulls were increased to the same rate as a hard pull.
Yeah.
And then if you're pulling a soft pull and you're doing the agency program for that underwrite, where you can use a soft pull to underwrite it through the file.
Right.
You still have to pull a hard pull on the back end. So that's a double
Which then
cost.
increased your expenses.
Increased your expenses. So, and then you have other companies for other product offerings that you need to use to qualify a borrower for a home loan that have also increased their rates. So it's just a double whammy, and it's hard on you guys, and we understand that. So we really want to be your trusted advisor and sit down and look at your manufacturing process and look at your buying habits on those invoices and make suggestions. Like, maybe you don't need to do the soft pull if the trigger leads are going away, because then you don't have to pull that hard pull on the back end.
Right.
But for your loan quality initiative requirement, you have to pull a soft pull on the back end historically. So there's a lot of moving parts.